Hello everyone, hello everyone. We are live. Let me again fix the chat real quick. Okay. Naming got it wrong for some reason. Uh, did this. Okay. I hope I'm visible, I'm audible. Hello, Kyos. Hello, Milan. Hello, Ashwin, Michele, Paul. You think? Hello. Hello, Rodrigo. Thank you for joining in as per your time, as you said. Are you busy, Edward? Uh, you watching me for the phone right now, but can send some pics. Yes, sure. For there's a quick update for everybody if people not haven't done it yet. Hello, Benjamin. Let people join in. So meanwhile, I will look for. So I already have a environment which I blocked out. So I will do another one for the time being, which I wanted to do basically. But if you're not, uh, but there is a feedback thread I made in the Bootcamp channel for today's session. So if you're not sure about which one, if how to block out or how to start with that concept art, surely drop in the copy the link, put it there in that thread, and I will start looking. It will take uh, a time, little bit time for everybody to understand everything, like how this works and everything. I'm also figuring out things just like you guys. Uh, really? What? Wait. It should not be. Be just give me a second. How's it now? Is it better? Let me know if this is loud enough. Um, yeah. So this is basically I'm going to share. Awesome. So okay, awesome. Great to hear. There was a gain filter. So yeah, so that is. Thank you very much for pointing that out. Awesome. So yeah, so let me quickly share with you guys the awesome stuff you guys were doing. Okay, so here, so we have our private bootcamp channels here, right? So as you already been doing the check-ins, which is awesome. So just to give, there are like 60. How I know how many people there are? 60 online, and then there are like 126 offline. So it's almost 186 people are here who have checked in. And if we come to boot campers, which is how many we have here. Hmm, how to find out how many threads we have here? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 25 people who have posted, including me, in here. Okay. So I'm loving it really. Like there's nothing like if you haven't done already, just click here and create new post. Add the image, add the tags, and just have fun. And how to do it, basically, like imagine like I will if you want to know how to post, like imagine Milan asked me for sure, where did it go? I love it. Yeah. Nippon, awesome stuff. It's AI, I believe, right? But it's okay, it's forgiven. That's fine. Where is Milan's was here. Okay. So imagine like Milan, if you want, if anyone wants to have a feedback, the how I want it to be, you just with the copy link for this one. Sorry, copy message link. Okay, and then you come to there's feedback request, and you have the same uh, topic for each session we will make. Okay, so I will make this one. So what you can come here and you can post simply like that. Okay, that's it. So then I can click on this and then I can reach directly there. Okay, so it's much easier and convenient for me. So then I can drop in the feedback here and whatever we suggest, right? So that way we will not have same thing at the both of the places, and I can drop in the feedback at the right place, but we try to manage it from here. So anyone who needs any feedback on their artwork, so this is how they do basically. And if you haven't done already, go post your concept art and use that. And like imagine Milan work on the blockout, he will post the blockout here, and then he's going to share the link in the next session. I'm going to make another thread. I will keep all these threads here, so you can always go back and check all these. But we will keep the main one. And then similarly, we have topic selection. For now, we have the basic. The James suggested some basic documentation. I will find the tutorials I have, basic ones, which we'll share here. And then we have a folder structure and the file delivery, which will basically which we follow at FPC. So basically that you can follow for that. Like if I just show you quickly, how does it look like? So it's here. You see, so how the ascent naming should be, how the prefix you read it. Like if someone is doing it for the first time, it will be give them really good idea on how the pipeline or the folder structure is at the studios basically. So basically here is the folder structure. Basically the content of Unreal Engine, we will have your project name, and then inside you will have basically art, and if you have code or anything, and material blueprints and everything in there. And the art will have props, biome, all the different things. And the textures are tileable textures. Blueprint, if you're using blueprint material, are the same thing, uh, same thing as the textures, but the tileable textures basically. And the effects and the core is the coding of the same things. And the characters I haven't worked, but I just used this one from GitHub. There's a studio who shared this folder structure, which is like bit more complicated. Like you said, it's really big and everything is there, so you can read it. So we changed it a little bit as per uh, our workflow. This is how we use it, and this is one. And then the second is file delivery. This is how we keep the textures and everything, right? So MRA, albedo, and normal map. So this is how we keep the whole thing. Ask everyone to submit the files if they're working on our project. So just to be sure, like this, every studio will have this thing also, how to submit a particular prop or asset. So for character, for weapons and everything, it will be different. But we follow this thing, so that's why I shared it. so you can use it as well. Okay, so this is I wanted to just quickly share, like if because I've been seeing that much of that many people, I'm still loving it, but I believe there should be more. I don't know if people could not see it or not aware, because people can see it. All the people who are in the boot camp could see it, right? So that all the 180 people could see it, and there will be more during the week. I will keep poking people to post the concept art and start using the thread. I could already see people are having fun in the chat here, right? And then again, the topic for the Unreal Basic is there for now, but you can suggest the topics in the discussion here. You can suggest the topics, and then I will make the topics, and then soon I will open it for everybody. So you can open suggest. Let's see. So and then you can up arrow mark it with the voting, like how much, which one we should cover that week. So whichever have the highest one, so we will cover. Okay, so yeah, so that's pretty much it. And then yeah, post your feedback in here. Right? Is crickets here for now. So yeah, so that's it. So that's from Discord side of things. And anyone have any question or any confusion for how we supposed to do things? Let me know. And I will, for 1 minute I will sit, and then I will just open up and show you what I'm planning to do. And if that is different for you, then you still have time. You can post the link in the chat and say like, okay, explain me how should I block out my environment, or if you have any other question, you can post it there as well. But it should be for blockout for mainly. So I will just give me a second. I will open up my. So what I'm gonna do, I've always wanted to remaster my old environment. So this I'm going to open, and for, and you can see actually my old work also if you're interested. Okay. So request at the end of the session, could you go through how the posting of the things you would like to covering, and then voting is going to be work in more detail? Okay, yeah, sure. So the bootcamper session section is for you to showcase our progress. We then link that to feedback request. Yes, Benjamin. Yeah, for that is correct. So bootcampers is the basically your thread or your forum where you will keep progress, and everybody will post feedback. Even when I will give feedback, I will post it in there. So whichever work you need feedback on or suggestion, or you're stuck on somewhere, so that you post it there in your thread. Take that link, put it in the feedback request thread, and then I will click on that and go directly to your thread and look at it. Okay, so and in the meanwhile, if I do something in here, I will make the screenshot. If I did some feedback or paint over, I will take the screenshot and put it in the same chat. Okay, so we will have the whole uh, history of your environment, so then you can use it later on, and we can make a blog post or maybe something like that if you want to. And yeah, so Rodrigo, yeah, so the thing is, as I said before in my Q&A session also, because people have very diverse environments and different visions and thought process. I will work on my environment, and everybody will work on their own environment. So whatever workflow will come in my environment, I will share about that in the uh, in Monday sessions. Okay, and then if we have enough people, and then we'll do it on Wednesday, and then on Friday. Those sessions are open for feedback and workflow discussion. So imagine someone still need help with the blockout on Wednesday, so we'll discuss that. If someone need uh, like next Monday, if someone have maybe 12 textures thought, or someone have already progressed through that and already planning the modular stuff, so they can vote for the modular thing. We'll make a topic in there and then let people vote on the topic. So whichever topic have the more votes, so because how it works is basically, imagine someone, there are like 20 people who started the environment now today, and then 10 of them are on blockout stage and have the same doubts, so they're going to vote the blockout more, and then modular stuff have to wait until more people vote, right? So and then we can cover it later on in the upcoming session in the next week, or from third week maybe. So from there on onwards we will just cover the workflows. So we could have multiple sessions a week, like on Monday and Wednesday we can, first half we can cover the workflow, and the second half we can just do the feedback. So all three sessions basically. So like that, even if it's missed, if someone is not there, it's totally fine, because it will be recorded and then posted in the chat. So it will be documented, like, okay, this workflow we discussed in this live stream. So you can just go to that link and click on this time. So it will be the timeline time code. You just click, it will just go to the YouTube and you can watch it from there. And then if you still have that question, you can still post it in the feedback request, and also in general in the discussion. So I hope this is clear. But I know it will be a bit chaotic and confusing. I totally understand that, because I'm also figuring out the things how to manage this with the least friction as possible. Okay. So I hope that answers and cleared your doubt. So yeah. So yeah. So let me share my screen. I will show you something you can feel really confident about also. I shared it in my Q&A as well. So here, this you remember, this was my student work and I remastered it to my skill in 2020. So this was from 2014, I believe, right? So, and then this is my old student work. Okay, so when I graduated, like after that, so I will just go through that. So there's a snowy mountain, and then there is canyon supposed to be, and then this alley, church scene, and then again. So these were the environments I had in my portfolio when I was looking for job in the games. This one particular one I wanted to recreate in Unreal. These all environments are like this one. This one is Maya. This is where the view. This was also view. This is Maya again. This is again view. Okay, so if you don't know view, view was a procedural tool to make landscape and stuff like that. So it's procedurally make materials and distribute them, stuff like that, which all the things we can do in Unreal. So I really wanted to recreate this one, right? And yeah, so that what I will basically block out, and I will explain how we can create it easily. And I have a bunch of concept arts on my art session, which I can show as well. But I need to shortlist. So 1 minute. So this is what I'm going to do. So if someone is this is not fascinating for anyone, the request chat is still open. I'm gonna talk about Milan's environment because he requested me through DM. So I'm gonna discuss Milan environment for sure, right? So yeah, so that I'm gonna discuss this one. I'm gonna discuss Milan's, and if anyone wants to discuss their concept art, how to break it down, how they can proceed, if they're doing it for the first time, feel free to put it in the chat, in the feedback request from their thread, please. Okay, so Fawaz asked, it's nice to have the kind of community that likes to help each other. Yes, in general, all the artists are helpful. So even if you reached out to someone on LinkedIn or Art Station, they will help you. So artists are always nice. So it's not like other people are not nice. Everybody is nice. It's basically everybody is human. So everybody like to help each other basically, because we all are in the same boat. For us, for the block art, do we do the block art in Blender first and straight to Unreal? So again, I answered this in my Q&A, so you can go watch my Q&A and yeah, it will answer. So basically, whichever. So if you are comfortable doing it in Unreal, do it in Unreal. If you are comfortable doing it in Blender and then exporting, that do that. If you are not comfortable doing that, just download something from Sketchfab and use it as placeholder as a blockout. And then once the time comes, you polish it and redo it. So anything will work. Anything. Okay. So just give me a second. Okay. Give me a second. I will load in my concept art. So it's in the same. I shared this link on the Q&A. I can share it again. So if you guys need, if someone haven't made up the mind for the concept art, I can share my collection again. So you guys can go nuts and pick something up from it. And mine is already there. So yeah. So yeah, post in the comments if you have any. I am here. Mm-hmm. Okay, I will keep the chat open. Okay. Rafael said, I will start the blockout after the session. Yes, awesome. I need to get some sleep first. Yeah, sure, for us. Yeah. Take care, take rest. And this session will be there available, right? But do work in the morning. Don't leave it to the procrastination. See, the was really like it's always needed. I should have collected it beforehand, but it's totally fine. And I'm wait for people to post in there. Otherwise, we have all things ready. And I've seen some of the concept art in the chat in the bootcampers channel. Some of them are really huge, some are really nice, small, and achievable. I'm not saying that the large one are not achievable. It's just better to keep it small. And but there are really unique ones. I love the all the people have all the artists have different uh, thought process and interests to achieve something. So yeah, again, as I said in the chat, also, really excited to see everyone start working on the environments, and I will be, and we all will be on that journey to see them build that, and that will be our. We will be also part of that journey a little bit. So let me gather it in the side. Okay, let's just bridge. See if I don't, then I'll just jump in. Would have spent too much time. It was a really nice one. So it was like a broken bridge. It was not the complete bridge in general in there. Okay, David, my art session hanged also. Okay. So yeah. So anyone have any question? So before we start jumping in, it's a lot of more. Milan asked, "Hey, did you bought the Blender to UE add-on for Blender, or is it free?" It's free. There is a free add-on from Blender Unreal, and there is one from Epic Game also, which is a bit tricky to use. But I will say Blender to Unreal is enough. As you say, same. I just came back from train after the work, start in the morning. That's totally fine. That's totally fine. No rush. Take care. Take rest, and start fresh. And this week I started building the Blockout UI. A wonderful chaos as someone who needs the better learn finishing a model. I am deaf, keeping it small. Awesome. Rodrigo, do you think mine is achievable? Feel free to go to sense. Okay. Can you please just write the same question in the copy the link from your thread from there, Rodrigo, and post it in the feedback request. And I would like to keep it that way so we go through that. Um, Again, don't get to love, basically don't get into this trim sheets or other all these concepts right away. You might not even need it. And I just talked to someone just 2 days ago, and they were talking about modular stuff, trim sheets, and then we discussed the environment. It was not even required. So it was for the mentorship. It was my mentee. So basically, yeah. So no need to, you know, over overthink it. Bro, can you suggest what about we download the texture or material from the Fabric Pixel? What quality we choose, medium, high, or 4K? It's based on the textile density. You suggest, I suggest search for textile density. So just keep one textile density. That will help you clear this doubt. That's the uh, one parameter which help you define what quality is needed for textures and what texture quality, unique or even tileable. Textile density. 1K per meter is good. It's a new orange basically. We used to do 512 per meter, but 1K per meter is good. And when I made in uni, it took me 4 months. Yeah, yeah, that's true. It takes time. Like even the in my that elevator scene that took also like 3 4 months, even though it's just small one. So Rafael, you also just take the link and post it in the feedback request. I will have a look. Well, I would always choose the highest because I have no. This is not the correct way. Like if it's in a production, for maybe rendering pipeline, it might be okay to use any resolution, but for the game pipeline, it's defined already, in my opinion. So it's better to start using it based on that. And then if some assets are not looking good or there are cinematic assets, those can use the double of them. And I always had a doubt whenever you make a modular kits and tiling works fine as long as wall is 4 or 202. If I have 4.2, what I have, no, like that's still fine. Like if it's like 4 by 2 is still fine, but when you will have, imagine you have 512 per meter textile density. That means 2K texture will cover 4 meter, and then you will have 3 meter by 3 meter walls. That gonna cause problems. But if you have textures which cover 2 meter and 2 meter surface, and it's 2K texture, and then it doesn't matter because at 4 meter wall it will tile twice on that, so it doesn't matter. If it's even number, it doesn't matter. I remember in Ubisoft they used to use the odd number, but they used 1K per 3 meter textile density. So 3 meter wall is totally fine. For that, we have to use 3 and 6 multiplier. Uh, and for the width, for the height, it's totally fine because it will be covered by something. Even the sides can be covered by, in the modular pieces can be covered by something. Like for the medieval houses there is wooden planks, and for the larger wall there are pillars, so something to cover that up basically we need, if it's not tiling properly. But it should tile properly logically, and if it's not tiling properly, then you are not making your texture maybe per the texture density, or you are not unwrapping your modular kits as per the textile density. So we'll talk about it once we reach to that stage. Don't worry about it. And personal feedback. Awesome. So let's jump in. Okay, so let me here. So you see this one. So it's again, just keep this in mind. Okay, imagine there is a path coming from this side, and then from over the bridge, and there is village or church. For this one was assignment, so I had to recreate it. But for example, we can see, and I can share another thing. Just give me a second. Oh, wait, I forgot to show the church. If I go crazy about this, if I need to do. Okay. So I have seen so I have it's also created by William Fauscher on his YouTube channel. So that is also awesome. So I have seen these. There are went to Norway recently, and I've seen these churches there. So if I would like to create just this lone church on hilltop, right? So something like that, I would like to achieve basically. That church is there, and then I will focus on Norwegian biome and references. Yeah, so and the on the back similar mountains and everything, but they have these type of unique looking churches, so that I can work on if we need to. But I have this is I'm using as just as a blockout, and if I work on it, I will share in the live stream. Yeah. So if we start building this church, or they're not this church, but any church, there are so many of this particular architecture type of this dragon architecture churches are there. So if you're not sure, so there is on YouTube. Let me just open it from there. Hope I don't open up something. So so William Voucher have this.
Have you ever rendered a shot and
So this
don't want it to match my viewport?
copy current time and
I want to change it and make it better.
okay.
So don't overthink
So
it.
this one is the by
If you don't have
William. This is William Voucher. So you can go to his channel. I will share this thing. So this is basically he scanned this church and from there. So it's really beautiful tutorial. So if you want, I can share this one. Okay. So this is the church basically. So then basically a path going from the bridge. So bridge could be anything. I couldn't find there was I had one concept art saved as a concept art, basically the bridge, and this is basically the riverbed. Just wanted to show, and any bridge basically. So basically, this idea of from what is my main idea is basically making everything in my portfolio on the Mars. So that's what I have idea. So even if you know the North Kingdom, actually, which I have in my portfolio is have a rider in there. So even this one, so I go down at the bottom. So you see this is already there is a horse rider. So that's what I wanted to implement. Something a horse rider will go through. So that's why remastering my whole thing. Okay. And like see a bridge with a river bed. Something like that. Maybe different bridge, but something like that I would like to, you know, implement. Right. Something simply there. So that's the basic idea. So I can quickly share how I will do it. I will jump in the project. So first, let's see what people are asking in the feedback. Okay. So I will surely, Milan, I will go over you. Let me get my pen tool. So we do the, um, so yeah. So yeah, I have my pen tool. Okay. So Milan, I will come to yours. So let's go through these. So AdWords. So yeah, I think we talked about this in the Q&A also. So I believe this is surely possible. But I would suggest again to cut down on too much exploration on this train side of things. So because we don't know if there is a concept, this concept artists have shared more details for the this how this mechanism work for this train, and if there are more shots for this, then go ahead. Otherwise, just stick to it. Just stick to the concept art. The more different concept arts you're gonna look, the more R&D and maybe thought process you have to match with uh, uh, um, your thoughts. Okay, so it means this is the main one, and then if you find another concept and then you come back, you have to put that idea as per this concept art, or vice versa, basically. So imagine you want to put this as a reference, as a idea of the house. That's totally fine, right? But we already have a rough idea. Like there are like wooden structures, there are trees. So what I suggest is you make them basically, right? So not this as in the cone, but as a proper block out shape, and then start from there, right? So the more easier will be like these stairs, right? And then these story gates, you have the scale of it also. So start from there. So make these torii gates, and then this shrine or temple, if it is, make that, and then make the tree. Maybe make one, okay, then place it. Okay, so you will get the idea how big this tree is, or how big this tree is from this one, because there is a person standing next to it. So you will get the idea how big this is. So you will start developing the whole space around it. So I would say like just stick to the concept art, make the blockouts as close as possible as per the reference. It will help you achieve it more quickly. Otherwise, if you keep gonna look for different references for like this is different looking monorail with so much stuff inside, we don't need it, right? We don't need to showcase what's inside. We can just showcase a simple monorail. And again, the there is that what I don't know what's called, the basically that thing that transfer people in the box from on the mountain. So that thing, it could be, if you make that, that make more sense than train. Okay, so that will have a metal wire on top, and then it seems like that. So there is this wheel is there, so this wire is on top. So this is hanging on top of these wire, and then just slide on top of the mountain or down the mountain, basically. So rather than it's a train, it's not air train. um just a second. Okay, so I have my, so it's cable car, basically it's called. So let me quickly, cable car. Yeah, cable car. So here, okay. So this is what you need to build. See, there are, this is on the ground, this one. So just this much experiment is good. Okay. So don't stress too much about it. So something like that. Cable car. Yeah. So yeah, so make that. That is still much better explanation. Now I can know it's cable car only because I can see the wheel and it's hanging on there, and there could be, it could be on the both sides, basically. It could be on the here and one here to upper mountain there. So yeah, match it more closer, and I believe this is achievable. Sure, in our 2-3 months of this boot camp. Okay, let's look at, in fact, this is definitely, because half of the stuff can be mm, uh, There's like more asset work, but you can use the assets from the different places. Like if you want to just play with the look and feel. Yeah, so this can be experimented. I think there will be more material work to blend everything together, like blending the putting more kind of abandoned feeling need to add. And yeah, it's lighting thing and the mostly as well, it's also possible. Depends on, like, if you don't know how to make foliage, just use it from the asset libraries. uh, and take the car from sketchfab and make the material and texture it as per your requirement. Same thing for everything. So whichever asset you are using, you can download it from there and mention the artist whose asset you have used, or maybe use from Quixel, or maybe from Polyheaven. So just mention that and just texture it, all author it, basically make alteration as per your requirements. So this is one is also possible. It's good. Love the mood. Okay. And let's go. We have Anastasia also sharing good stuff. Nice. Is it is it tent or a solid structure? But it's like, mm, nice. Love it. Like they have shared this interior, how it will be, or this is the basically the setting place. This one, and they have bunch of keyframes. So if we are not going to make the interior of it and we're going to use as a mood board, then it's awesome. I feel this is small, feeling smaller. You need to have it larger, basically. So this is the person scale here. Okay, so just match that. Seems smaller. Yeah, gotta check the proportions again, compared to people, and change the camera angle, because it's a big one, I believe, and there's clothes and everything. It's good. Mm, yeah, this is a modular thing you want to ask. It says like, so I have the block reference, you might have to front face photo. I will see the full adventure scale. So this is basically like the, I don't know, this you can use trims, and because it seems unique also. So if it's not repeating too many times, you don't need to make modular or trims. You can make trims, but you don't need to make modular for this type of thing. So for now, just go ahead and model the things in detail. Right, you can break it up under the modular, but it will be making your life much difficult if you gonna make it modular. I don't think you need to make it modular. So just model it for now. Model the exactly the same for now, and we can break it apart to the modular later on as well. So don't worry about that. Mm, Again, it's possible. Again, if you know how to make foliage and if you want to use the asset, it's surely possible. It's not that complicated, because you can reuse the beams, and you can make a modular piece for this, and you can duplicate it around and use decals and debris. That's possible. Nothing to be scared about in this. Yeah, this one is, again, yeah, I saw it. It's nice, and basically you can make much better look and feel of it, like a ramen shop, stuff like that, and make this more romantic in general. But again, there is a foliage work, and you can alter things around. Or if you don't want to keep this thing, you can make some changes to make this wood railing around it, make some lighting, night lighting, and this is glowing, stuff like that. It's totally possible, only if you keep the props in the limited thing. So if you don't go crazy on the props, like you want to make the kitchen and everything, otherwise it's just okay. It's achievable as well. Okay, so let me just start with the blockout thing. Okay, so first, I will show you the one I had. So this is the basically with the player, right? So I will show you the village. It's already, I have covered this in my live stream previously, right? So you can see it on the web if you don't know. So I have already blocked it out and shared how I made this thing. So there are in one live stream, I think I covered. I can share the link in the chat already, how I built this level. So this is from the same painting I shared in the Discord. So if I here, so this is the one. So if you want to see, I started with the camera angle only. So this is the basic, the the thing. Okay. So started with the camera angle and then I just expanded the village. I'm planning to expand it more, the village, and it's just like will be explorable. So you can run around and see, and there will be field. You cannot escape the village. So it's a kind of a game. So you need to escape the village, but you cannot. So you need to find the clues until the path will be open. Okay. So the path is here only. So there was in the concept there is an arch here. So this is the basically the escape door in the game. So simply, yeah. So that's the basically I was just getting around my head like how can I make it interesting as an idea. So this I will be continuing, and I already have a block out. So I will, you know, in the next session I will make more props and set dress it more with things, and then we'll start building things one by one. Maybe we can make house set, we make foliage, or we just work on textures, anything. And yeah, so there are no small details in here. It's just large scale and medium scale details. So yeah, so this is there. But what I wanted to uh, do was I wanted to make my thing. So I will maybe uh, wait, my camera is front of there. Okay, and as I said, like in the content you need to make another folder. So I will call to the church. So just make a folder in your name, and then create a folder maps in there. Set to, okay, I will say block 01 maybe. Okay. So why I kept this one is because I have a player in here, player setup. So if I play this, so I have a third person player setup here. That's why. So what I'm gonna do, I will delete everything from here, uh, all the meshes we have, except the sky nav mesh. So we have a empty. Why you're not going? Yeah, so these all. So we have a complete empty level. We'll start with. And I hope I have kept. Yeah, play start is there. Good. So we'll start from scratch. I will show how we can simply can make our block out. So let me pure ref, and I will bring this in because we can do always on top. So basically the idea is in this, if I talk about this specific one, this have more if we just think about the idea, right, in general. And let me bring in my pen. So mainly we have one key point, which is this church. Okay, and the second is this bridge, and the third will be the path. So what I want to do, I want to use this lead eye type of thing, right? For now this is a very generic one, that time I made without any thought. But basically my main composition is basically there's a path which I'm going to show here, and which lead to bridge, and then bridge basically lead the eye to this thing. So there's a mountain, there's this, and then I will make some trees in the corner, just like the concept I shows, which will lead the eye to this thing. And then we can add mountains in the back like that. So which will again lead the eye to basically this. So as a composition wise, I wanted to, because I want to remaster this is what I want to do. and and if I talk about, like, if we need what all the things we need, there's like one terrain we need. Okay, and then this bridge is the one of the large asset we need. And these three things are the main thing which basically define our overall scene. And then you have foliage or rocks or grass, and whatever you want to add, you can add all these things. If trees are helping us define the composition, we're going to do that. For now, I don't have any concrete concept art for the angle and anything, so I will just start with the block out and just jump in there to create this thing. And if I'm not sure about, okay, what assets I need, so how I can do this is easy. To not stress yourself with the things, what you can do, you can just search here. I will search. Okay, so you will find, church thing. You can just click on downloadable. These are we gonna use, you can use as blockout. Okay, so you will find, basically, asset scan and maybe unique. So like example, this is this one, um by Thiago, right? It's downloadable, and even though you say like it's simple, so you can use it as blockout, just the model, which you can just place it on top of the mountain like that, and use it as reference. You say like, okay, this is basically as a blockout, but we can do it easily in Blender as well. So let me fire in the Blender as well. Okay, so we'll start with simply creating. I will just jump in because my composition for this scene is my main goal. So I can simply make a plane, put it to the world center, and now, so I need to roughly need to know how big the church and everything is, right? So what I can do, I can do simply make a cube, and I can, so how big the usually churches are, like 10-meter height. Okay. Also, okay, 10-meter high, and 10-meter is the depth. I hope it is in the centimeter. Is it 100? Sorry, 1 meter. Sorry, 10-meter. Yeah, 10-meter, and then uh, 6 meter in this, right? So, but this is the meter. This is centimeter. So yeah, 100 centimeter, 1 meter. Yeah, yeah, two. I got confused for a minute. So this is the base. I will just make it larger. Is it in 1 meter? I believe this plane is 1 meter. Sorry, I feel I'm doing it wrong. So this will be 6, 10. Yeah, let's bring it back. Okay. So let me pop in the chat and see people cursing me. Uh, um, cable car. Yes, yes, yes. Gondola is also, we can call it. And I've posted my concept on Bootcamp or file. I'm not sure how to. Okay, Rafael, like, give me a second. We'll just go over it. Like, if you are confused, we can go over it. So, this one is basically my church. Okay, it is like that's what's confusing me. That's we can measure it. If Sorry, just give me a second. Perspective, we go to front. Okay, where it is, and then you can click and drag. It's showing in, why it's not showing though, because I remember it used to be in centimeter. So yeah, so it should work technically. Let me bring in the stuff from Blender. Blender. Okay, we have our blender is here. So I will quickly grab this one, maybe this one. No, no, no. This is my workflow basically because this is my environment. So I'm just showcasing that like this is what I will do basically. It's not either because as a asset thing, it's totally fine to do it in there, right? And let me wait. And as environments, that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to import the asset, and we can just use it as base because there again as an environment artist, as I explained before, we do not make all the assets. Sometimes we just, as a level artist, we work, we set dress things, and that's what I was doing from years. I'm still doing it. Basically, there are prop artists to make prop, foliage artists to make foliage, texture artists to make textures, and I get everything and I just make scenes basically. So I would also call just because it's also a skill. Yep. So here we have this thing, so we can see how big this is. Centimeter is good. I will just merge this. We don't need to have and I will put it to the bottom. Rotation, this is a machine tool. If you're wondering which one is it, it's machine tool. Why still okay? Rotation, put to the bottom. So this one have almost z is 3 meters, seems smaller to me. Is 3.3 meter because it will become, this should be 2 meter, and it should be bigger than that. Let's create a cube. So this is 2 meter. Okay. So okay. So now see, this is the player height, so this is not correct, so I will just try to match. So usually church door are big, and also there's another thing like you can find out from this thing, like step size is usually 20 to 25. So that also you can, you know, I'll take these faces. So from here you can find out. So it's still, if I to apply the scale. Now we need to make it on the Z 20 centimeter. So we'll know how big we are making it. It's 1.6 almost. So we can just simply scale 1.6. So I believe this should be the correct scale of the church logically. So scale apply, and now the Unreal plugin basically. So this is basically free. You can find it on the marketplace. If you don't know, I will send you the link in the chat. So we have it, and it's simply you. And auto does not work for me for here. So we just need to change that, and we need to define where we want to have the static meshes. So I will create a new folder on the desktop like normal sane people. Okay, I'll make church, and I will, in the static mesh you just need to put the path. Okay, and SM you don't need to put, it's automatically at the SM, and I will call it church A1. It doesn't matter if we want the modular structure now or not, but it's, and move to center. This is good also, like if you can keep it here, and then it will automatically move it to 0 before export. We don't need anything else. We just need the setting mesh, and it's showing one asset is there. Export on is selected, and you just export. Okay, I need to save it. Nice. So desktop church. Okay, saved it and export. Okay, so here you see it exported automatically. Now we get back to, and this is basically, where is our go to the church, and here we need to make art. And art we can make, basically you go follow the guideline I shared in the chat, in the Discord server, so you can follow the same or you can follow your own. This is just to keep the um, thing. So I will make it structures. We can make environment and then structures inside as well, or make it, we can call it environment also. Okay, and then here we can call it church A1 maybe. Yeah, and inside we'll just import. No, will no. So keep the same. It's just the only setting we need to say combine. We don't need, there is no animation, so we turn it off. We don't need textures and we don't want any material, so you say do not search here, and do not import materials also, because we're gonna create it. And this like combined static mesh should be on. That's the, and import, and then you're gonna create one mesh, and let's say, yep. So we were right, or who shared it was right. Yeah, Benjamin, you're right. So it was in the centimeters. So this one, as logical is correct. What? No, no. Yeah, this is in meter. This is in meter. So see, and 10 and 10. So this is basically meters. So yeah. So basically we have simply have our blockouts in here. Yeah. So similar way you can find the, we can find the bridge. I can search. It's just to save time, because as a environment artist we need to see the big picture, so we can get to it really quickly. At this one, no, this is paid. I will just do the downloadable. Let's see if we find something quick and easy, like this one will work. Yeah. So it doesn't matter because we don't need it for the beauty, we just need it for the placeholder. If you can model it as well, but yeah, I as I always say it, I'm moving it in another direction because I have my camera over there, which is obstructing the view. Otherwise you will see me dodging the bullet here. So bridge, yeah, here. Yeah, so this is the bridge. So we already shown the artist in the screen, so whose art asset it is. So attributions are given. So it's not like I'm saying it's mine. Bridge A1. So now this one is on the width side, on the Y. It is 4 meters. Seems right. Okay. So the bridge will be this big, almost. Okay. So we can mirror it if we need to, if we feel like this is there, but it's for now it's good. And we do the same thing. We don't need to change the other thing, we just need to change, this is automatic the name. The rest of the things are same, and we just export. We just export the bridge there in the same folder where we have it. I'm gonna bring the, not here, in the environment I'm gonna make bridge A1 and bring it here. Okay, so now we have huge bridge here. Okay. Because the most of it will be in the ground, so we don't need to worry too much about it. Okay. So now here, like as this is my concept, that's why we need to, as you already said, for the composition side of things, right? And So this is the basic ground where we can start from here. So what my idea was to, making the bridge like this, and following there's a river here, and there is a path. Okay, so this one clearly will blend in like this. Okay. So my idea was to make a path from here which goes to the bridge, and then our church is right there. So basically remastering this thing. And we what we need is sure, I'm just giving landscape, right? So landscape, you can pick how big we need it, right? And if you are animating the camera, you can take a bigger one. I believe is the smaller one is what we need, and for the double size, you can make it 2x, but 2x. And there is a good guide for this one. The resolution for the texture, what it's need, is already there in the in Unreal's. Yeah. So you have this, and then you just simply basically start sculpting basically here. So basically, I just need these three things to get started with these things. So what we can do, you know, I can make the hill again, or I can basically make a small river here. I know it's nothing. It's for now. It's nothing much, but uh, when I will be working on the meantime, I will do it more concretely based on some reference. Some, like, we already have some churches in the Norway, right? Wait, okay. Let me remove the disco light. Okay. Which one is the foliage mesh? Let's skip. Okay. Okay. So yeah, so this basically we can uh, just keep it like this. So the river, this river bed, uh, keep it here. So then the bridge just go on top, and then just point toward the church basically, right? So that's my rough idea about it. I know it look ugly, do not look promising, but I'm sure, like, that's why I said, like, I will work on it. When the session comes, I will showcase that what all I have done, because it's not possible to show quickly in the meantime. Otherwise, like, I'd want to bore people also, because I can work in the silence normally. But yeah, so we will have this water plane which we can create using uh, simple blueprint mesh, or PCG, which is there, and simply we can have our bridge, and this both of the shot here, right? And focal length and everything we can play with. So simply this is what I want to end that unique uh, church I want to make for this. And you already seen I have the other village already, which possibly I will work on the side too. So let me just save this one, and let's see if people are not. Uh, why block party only? That we already said. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's totally up to the up to, yeah. But I was kind of simulating that, because that's what I'm doing from past few years, like 4 years, I believe. 4 or 5 years, I'm almost doing that, where I work with level designers who already have block out, or have empty level, but all the assets are there, and they just tell me make a scene out of it. That's what make a scene. Yeah, it's just funny. So it's like create a beautiful scene in there, or they just give a block out and they say, like, oh, make it beautiful. So that's what I was doing mainly. So that's what how my basic thought process go. That's why I was wanted to use artists concept art uh, uh, as an example to talk about it. Okay. Milan asks, is it possible to use something as a stencil of terrain, a river alpha unreal, and easy to paint out the river? Paint the, yeah. So it's so how this is how I did here in my block art, which I showed before. I just directly did it in. First, I made a basic sketch in the landscape, and then I place the asset. First I place the asset and then sketch the terrain, right? uh, so yeah. Rodrigo, not, it's not like I'm asking you, okay, this is the boot camp, here are the assets. uh, that's true. That's true. It's not like that. We will have more stuff. More stuff. It's so funny. So funny. Okay, where is Milan's environment? Okay, Milan. Where is open like? Okay. So there are two way we can do this. We can manually make the corner by assuming what is the height and base or dimension of the room is, or we can use, there is a tool called fspy. Okay. It's a it's a free tool for Blender. Okay, this one. So it have an add-on to import things in Blender, and you have this is I will take the win, and this is the add-on. So let me just quickly set it up so that I can show you this thing. So if you have if other people are in the interior also, that this can help you a lot. This fspy it's work like this simply. You have, you match some lines with the corner and then give you a camera angle. Okay, so then you match it with that. But for our thing, Milan, the only thing you will have to really, because I know you are totally comfortable with making props, but there are like a lot of props, right? So to set dress again, you can go to Sketchfab to look for all the library. So we can the number of list out the number of props we need in there. And like there are radios, there are chairs, there are jackets, there are headphones, and there are so many props are there. So you need to make the list of all the props in there, name them, use Excel sheet or anything which you want, and then either block out in Blender or get something from Sketchfab. It will be really lengthy if we start counting all the assets and everything. But mainly we can I can simply do the room and just table, chair, and this thing. Okay, the shelf. Okay, uh, and maybe that's why they don't want to. I don't want to. So just give me a second. I install it, the spyware on my computer. So we I show you the fspy in action a bit. Okay, fspy. Here we have fspy. So I will save this in. Let's see if I take it or not. Okay, we have. Let me see if you can see it. No, I hope I'm sharing. Yep. Okay. Another thing. Yeah. So here we have some lines. Okay. Uh, and then you just need to align it with the perspective in there. It's really easy to align it with the uh, in the interior or exterior where you have architectural detail, but it's for organic and where you have little bit diagonal thing, it's a bit tricky. Okay, so we we can have three anchor point also like this. Here there are this. We can have three. I don't know. We had image midpoint. We can have third vanishing point, which will give us uh, Z lines also. Sorry, I have to do it again because there's a camera. I'll try to figure out how what to do about this. The camera in there, uh, in between. But we know. So you can press Shift and then you get a zoomed in version, which you can do, and you can roughly. I will do it on the edge of this. Okay. And in this way also, I will do it in here. Maybe on this highlighted. border here. So we just do the roughly, and for the X I will do here, and the other one here. If the vanishing points are not meeting somewhere, it's gonna cry. Okay, so the Y, what edge is here, second edge here, and one. I can do it on the top also if that make our easy. Okay, and then this is the point I can match it to. We don't see any corner here, but this point could be our. This will be our grid point basically. So the center of the world. So we can decide what we want to make it. So I will say, okay, like I want to make maybe door, or it's hard to tell where the corner will be. Corner of the world we don't have. So let's just put it in the next to the door. So you will see the line on the axis will align with all the things, like it's aligning on the window, the Z axis, right, and on the frame, and I will try matching it in the here. So you see it's on the ducts it's matching, so it's really good. So let's just keep it next to the door, okay, like that, and that's it. And then you go to file, okay, this gives me a file, save as. It's gonna save the spy file. So is the I will save it in the church here. Call it room here. Okay, we have it. Let me install it in the Blender add-on again. I hope you know how to install add-ons. It's just and install from disk. Okay, so we have fspy installed here, and yeah, there's nothing, just but you come to file, import, and there is fspy, and we know where we have saved it in here, and you import, and it just gets you there. So I will create a new file, file, import, fspy here. So here, okay, so you got the camera, you press 0 and you get into the camera. Okay, now from here it's really simple. As we know, this line is aligning with the wall. I will create a cube. You can, I believe you can export this thing also, these settings as well in there. So as I said before, this is aligning with the wall of the door, and I will just make I could have made it easier. It's totally fine. Okay, so this is here. So now we know, come to this, we'll see if it, and we just push it up, and here you have ghost view, and then I will align it with the wall here. Totally not able to see. Come to wireframe. Okay, so this is, so it could be like if your if the camera match is not good, but it could still match it, but it will look wonky in the real. Okay, as how to select this. Yeah, this is the one. So I match it here, and I add a loop to match the top of the door frame, and extrude it. Okay, so we got all we got the room basically. Okay. So this can help basically us a lot defining the thing, and we don't need these faces. And also you can come here and check the face orientation. We need the interior. I will just flip, and we got the interior now. So this we can export, and we know the door will come here. Okay, so let's just so look at this. This is a lot big compared to a room. So usually a ceiling of a room is usually 4 meter to 3 meter. But how do we know how big this will be? So usually door is, if door is 2 meter, usually in architecture, like a rough thumb rule is 2 meter, then this could be 3 meter on the top. So maximum this cube in the Z should be 3 meters. So I will select both camera and this one. Okay, both of them. And my pivot should be 3D cursor, which is at the center of the world. And I will scale down until I have in Z 3 meter. Okay, and if I press camera again, it will be still mine because I have selected the camera and scaled it along with it, right? so so this is the correct scale for now for this. And what I can do, add a trim line for variation here, and that's where the window starts. And it's good that this door and the window extrusion match perfectly, which is good for us. And what I'm going to do, I match one here, add another one in here, on the this thing. If want to see, it's touching the roof here, which we can change if we want. We can add, but if we want to keep it like this, and now we know how wide this window is, so we'll just roughly add that width, or choose to make make it accurate if we want to match. Sorry, like I'm not sharing the key maps, so next time I will install that add-on to have the key maps. So I select these two. I want to add it, like I don't want to leave the top. It's touching the top. So now we go back in here, extrude to match. So now we have this thing. And for the door, we don't know how big the door is, but we can guess it normally. So we can basically take a door, any door, and we can just place it there. So now we know that there should be the windows, and we need the other things. Okay, and we don't need to, again, this thing we don't need to make modular. We can use the mesh as is. And I would say where the camera is, I will select, let me turn this off so it don't make you blind. Okay. And I will extrude it, and just fill it. Okay. So we have the room. So there are things on the this side also, but we just kept it. And for the camera, you select it, and you can see the settings here. So if you want to you know assign it in the Unreal, you can. Okay. Anyone have any question? I hope people are here still. Let me check the chat, how many are there, so if I'm not alone. Hello, anybody say something? Um, so yeah, so you're not slept, right? So now we have a rough idea of things, so we can start blocking out these things from here directly, or we can make the uh, you know make these props separately as well, because those are real world objects, right? And this is what its origin is. Okay, so I will add q. Okay, okay, because 3D cursor here. Same thing I will add to, rather than having added to bottom, for the quick thing I will add to the selected work. Again, this is the machine tool, which is free, and I will make it 0 to match it. Otherwise, like, this prop is really easy, uh, um, really easy to match, because this prop is really simple. We don't have to match it like this. It's really seems baby work. We used to do it when we were student. We used to match it like that, but you don't have to. So you simply got, see, you simply got the shells model. So now you can say at the bottom these are shells. Okay, and yeah, so this is a little bit going out, so which is totally fine. We can, okay. Yeah, sure, guys, wait. So we'll just bring this one into Unreal, and then we can look at another one. Okay, and then I will just make a table in here. Same thing. Okay, this have rotation, so now we'll apply rotation and then to the bottom, and I will duplicate this. Again, sorry, like, I'm using a lot more shortcuts and everything, but the next time I will turn on the key map add-on. Okay, so bear with me. So usually in the Z, it's 1 meter, usually the table. Okay, it could be 70 centimeter also, like it depends on which type of table it is. So it sometimes it's 70, sometimes it's less. So what we can do, we can match it from here. So I will bring this thing in here, touching the wall here. So we'll know how we want to have it. Okay, so I can do this, and I bring it here near the window. Yeah, so now we have it touching the wall, so we know it is there. And then we come to camera angle again, and then we move it down. So I match the this corner right here. So it's 75 centimeter. I haven't forgotten my architecture experience. So I'll match this. Again, we don't need to match this one because you already find that these type of props already available in abundance. So, but in that, but you see, like, it's like 170 to 55. Uh, I can you can make changes 160, or sorry, 1.60. Okay, or if you want more, it's okay. Okay, so this is the table, and zero point 0.6 and 1.5 maybe, to keep it in check. Okay, it's totally up to you. It's your thing, and I will put at bottom. So this is table A1, shelf A1. So you can name it like cabinet, file cabinet, metal shelf, or stuff like that. Anything you can name it. And this is room A room A1. Usually, like, I started following from 0102, rather than I started using A. Some places they don't even use A1, A2, A3. They use ABC or AB, ABB, because Unreal automatically does the numbering. Now we have this will be moved to 0. This is already at grid 0, so we don't have to worry about it. So this is already at grid 0, and we know we have a door here. Okay, so I will make a simply extrusion, right? Simply just to tonight that this is the there's a door here, and if the room is too big, I can simply make it smaller. Okay, so just the camera, it's touching the not touching the camera. So this is a room. It's a closed space. So there's a room of baking, lighting, and everything. Although we have global illumination and everything, so we have these three. Come here, and there's a fun thing. You can click Alt, click, and then it change the setting for all of them. And we need to save it as also. I will save in here. I will say spy room and save it. And as always, we just need this thing export on is selected. Select all three, and it will move those object automatically to 0 and then export. So we don't have to worry that much. Okay, so it's exported. Now I hope it did not. Wait. We did not set the path. Um, I will do the path, and then I'll just export, and we have. Oh, sorry, here. Okay, good. So we have it, and I'll get back to Unreal. Where's my Unreal? Yeah. So this is already saved. So sorry for disappointing you in this. I will make a basic level. Okay, so this is there also, like what I usually do. You can pin that also, or you can get another content browser. It's here already open. So in the content again, new folder is um, spy room. It could be anything. Milan, it's your scene. You name it as per you. So art, environment, and here our room, and I'll bring in the room. So we have the room, and in art I'm gonna make another props and table, and shelves, shelves, a1. Okay, so we have our thing. So now I can just simply, because that's a good part about our room, because it's already there. Why is it small? Didn't we scale it? Then we apply scale. We did not apply scale. And on these, did not apply scale. And now we need to export them again, and which is as easy as just single click. Right click, I will just re-import, and table also right click and re-import. Okay. So this one, Rodrigo, like don't have a disco light again. So here, and to here we can simply add camera, cine camera actor. So we got a camera here, and we can try exporting the camera. Let's try exporting camera. Static mesh is there. Can we export camera? Is the camera is here? Cameras. Okay. Room of spy, and let's see if we can export this one. I never exported camera, so let's see. Okay, we did not, I believe, on camera. Do I need to do it with the this thing with the room? Maybe I will put it inside the room and then select it and then export. And just where is the content browser? So room and let's see if we have camera import settings. Nope, nope. So let's try simply. Nope, it did not export. So anything, yeah, if you press export on the page, you can take cameras. Like because this here, it's the cameras are there. I'm not sure if it is exporting, but in import settings, I'm checking here. There is it does not say camera about. Hmm, import settings are here. Let's try one more time. Let's see if it show when we drag and drop. Nope. It's general skeleton animation materials. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that will help. That will help. So meanwhile, we can just try placing this in here because we know it is here. Looking at this side, and in here, can match it like this. This is not field of view, but okay, it's not that tricky to match because it's a simple camera angle and we don't need to have exactly like that. So where is content again? And the props and the shells, it's simply you just drag and drop and place it here. So the shell is here, and then you can alt click and duplicate to place it. And if you want to make variations in the like one is open, one is closed, and stuff like that, you can feel free to do that and do that little bit placement. Right. So this is basically the shelves are there, and then for the here we can place the table, and then if you click here, you can pin it. Here is the pin. You can pin this one, and now you don't need to select the camera. Now you can placement have a placement based on the camera angle. Okay, easy peasy, right? So this is basically you keep creating the props, all the props in Blender. You can download from Sketchfab. You can model them yourself. Make a list, make the block code, bring it, and that's it. It's just like mostly the prop work is there. I'm glad you chose this one because it's really straightforward and the material side of things are tileable. They're going to be tileable materials mostly, right? And this one you don't need to worry about trim. So you create one for this, one for that, and one for the bond, and the wooden one if you need, and all the things you can make unique props. Everything is unique. You just need few tileable textures that you can use from online resources again, or you can create yourself in Designer, Painter, or ZBrush, whichever you are comfortable with. You can just make them in Painter also. Just take the plane in there and use bunch of smart materials and try to create a look and feel. You don't need to learn Blender or sorry Designer. You can make it in there. Okay, so this is basically, I hope this helps. And there was some other people who were asking. Let me just quickly show you also the chat. Okay. Okay, let's look at the chat and what people have requested. Mm, Jess, may I know? Here is a name different. Which one is Escosh? So Escosh, did you post it in the feedback? Can you please post it in the feedback request session? Escosh and Starban Gaming. Starban Gaming. Which one is yours? May I know which one is yours? Starban Gaming. Um, is using the Unreal plugin necessary cause a default export will export, because this one will make your life easy. It's like single click export and export it in the folder. I felt I had scale issues when I normally exported in the FBX, normal export FBX. Even to my comfort, if I open the Blender again, even this plugin is good, right? Even the machine tool you as and you export it there, that works much better than this export here from here. So for me, it's easy. Like I make collections usually. I make like for example, the props are going on. Let's say just like one drawback, like because everything goes into the same folder, so that's the only drawback here. I believe I don't know. I haven't played more with it. Like if I could create collection here and that collection just represent the folder structure in my thing um, would have been nice, right? Okay, Deepak. Deepak. But Deepak, you haven't posted in the feedback request. Just posted in the feedback request here. Okay, so in the symbol, like, can you place the link? Like all the people. Can you post the link? So let me check. I can do that. Mm, we are almost there. We have 15 minutes. We might not be able to look at both of them, but as Benjamin he said, the next two lectures will be the same. I will work on my environment so I can showcase much proper that I know what I'm doing. So but it will be mostly like questions by people and I will help you break it down. So this week I would just wanted to keep this one and while progressing. So I hope to see Milan, doing the block out of the whole environment and all the other people. So we gonna progress slowly more, but still, if someone is stuck, we can surely. Mm, okay, Samogosh Esgosh is here. So Esgosh we have boot campers. See, it's like that's why like I have to look for people. So it's better to here you come here, you copy the link, you come here. Can I edit this one? Can I edit? No, should be able to, but here. Mm, okay, so like that, so I can click and just go there. Okay, so it's much more easier. Yeah, so I remember we talked about this before also, right? So I don't know, you should not worry too much. So, like if I quickly show you like how you can get started with this thing, I believe you can do this in Blender already. So let me um where is here. So we call it Volkswagen. I don't know the spelling. Volkswagen. This one, no? Volkswagen T1. T1. Okay, so you have this downloadable. Okay, so you just make it downloadable, and this is here. Yeah. Oh wow, it's animated. So let's try another one. This is also downloadable. This is also downloadable. So there are like way more, many. Other. This is just the model. Yeah. For example, let's take this one. Okay, so this is the Volkswagen. Okay, so let's see if it match your uh, it's different one. So we need to find which exact model it is, but we don't need to worry because they make it every time. They keep making newer models. We need to find out which model your concept has. But let's go with this one. No triangle limit. How heavy it is? Oh, it's not that heavy. Okay, so I'll start with this one because yeah, it's not too very much. And also, what you can do, you can search blueprint. Okay, and images. And now, depending on which model you have, if I take this one, you see there will be a size written here, how big and how high it is. That's what I'm worrying. What I need here, because this is the one concrete thing we have. Okay, so that's why. So 1890. That means is it which unit it is? Is it mm's? Where it's mm's? So it's 1.9 meter high, and length is 4 meter, 4.2 meter. So we know about it. So let me just bring in the. I'll save this and I will create a new one. Let me bring in the van in there, and then I will. Okay, so we have the van. So we can select everything and join together. Alt P keep transform, and no rotation. So I'll put at 0. Delete hierarchy. So we clean it up. So now we match it. So the as per the blueprints, the Z is 1.9. Okay, 1.9 and 4.2. Okay, so okay, almost it's a 1.9 and 4.2 here. So I will apply the scale. So this is the size of your van. Okay, and for sure we cannot do f-spy. You can try doing f-spy in this, and if you can match the camera angle if it's possible for you, but I don't think we can. So but we know this camper van is there, and then we know there are these columns are there. Okay, and then it's a hut shaped, a barn type of building here. Okay, so that we know, so this can extend there, and there is this door. So it's almost close to that, and then in front it's touching this. So this much we know that okay, this might be 5 meter wall, this wall. So we can start by that. So I can place this here, and I can create a cube. I can say scale x point, scale x point 1. So this could be this act as our wall. Okay, and I will make it in y 5 meter as we talk, and height is, as we know, it's almost 2 meter. 1.9 is almost 2 meter. So that means this will be roughly 3 meter. Okay, as we can assume. Okay. So we got the wall, basically the this wall, and if it is this, so if it is close to the van, so we can place it here. Okay, and also this is like this. And now other thing is we need a cylinder. I'll make it a little more smaller just for me. Need a cylinder. Okay, and same thing, and it is right where the wall is. So I place it here, and I will also make it 3 meter, and I'll duplicate it on this side. So we don't know how far it is, but we can keep it roughly as an idea here. So I'll keep it equally distance from both side. So it's here. So this one is 230, almost 230 here on this side. No, no, sorry, 150. This is 150. Good. So it's 150 on 300. So but that means it's 300 on the 3 meter in here. So I will say 50x 300 in minus. So we got another pillar. So if you feel like it's too there, so you can say we can make it 250 for this, and then x in the minus. So we got the 4. There will be another one here, right? So this is basically the rough one, and then this is extending to the top. Okay, and I'm gonna assume if this is the middle, this cone, I don't think it's the middle, but we can assume this is the middle. If this is the middle, then we have 3 meter on this side as well. So what I can do, I can bring it here, space, come here, yeah, and on top, and this time I just 2.5 and select these two vertices and dis, uh, dissolve edge. Okay, so we have this. Okay, so simply you got already might have got the idea like how you get the space in here. Yeah, so without we looking at the concept, but it could be because this give me the shack idea, but it, from the exterior you have shade somewhere. Wait, um, mm, mm, mm. Yeah, it is cone shaped on the top, but this is confusing. If it's cone shaped, then why it is open? Like this part. Okay, maybe. Okay, 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 okay. I got it, got it. Okay, so this is good. So now this face I will take and shift the X, yeah, extrude, make the roof. So what I got from the concept art is show you. This is the roof on this side. There are the some planks are missing in the roof. Uh, so that's what it is. Okay. And now we got the roof. So we know it is repeating on the other side. We can simply mirror it or duplicate it. That's totally up to us. And the wall is also we know. And the one thing is here, uh, rotate y. So this is basically the plank on top, and then here, and there is a platform here to climb up. So there's a platform. So that's what I made. So yeah, basically I believe you might have got the idea of it. So let me save it as um, garage A1. I'll share these files in the Discord with you guys. Okay, so you can see. So I will go here. Okay. So the creator do not kill me for doing it. So I just ruin this thing. Again, I saved it and I will share these files in the chat with you guys. Okay. So why let it waste? Okay. Anything else? Let me look at the chat. What people are asking. Mm-mm-mm. Okay. Mm, and Milan, yes. So thanks. It can also be that main model has been tweaked by the concept artist. Yeah, it could be. It could be. It could be tweaked by surely to not to do that. But if you want to follow that, you can make that for that. If you want to do the background, something presentable with the text and graphic. Excalidraw. I have Epic Pen Excalidraw. I will test it out. Can you share it in the chat? In there. Um, Another floor having small room. Yeah, yeah, this is your scene. You can go crazy. I'm just showcasing like how you can quickly get things done, basically. What are the measurement plugin software you said? Measurements? No, they did not set any plugin, but Blueprint basically the comparing the measurement. I did not use any plugin software for that. Okay, is it Deepak Stubborn Gaming? Deepak. Deepak, did you post it in the feedback? Yes. Castle Ruins. Deepak is straightforward. Okay. Okay. So this one, let me open up my Epic Pen. Right. So Deepak, there are this is super simple and easy. If you can, what you can keep this whole structure unique, with unique mesh with the tileable textures. So this could be one. Okay, this could be two. This if you put it in the ground could be three, or you can make variation and three, four, or some rubble, right? Five, right? And then this is the just the main arc piece which you have to model you have to model things, all these details and everything you have to model, but then you can map it into different details and different textures for sure. Okay. And there's a really nice technique I will show you. If you follow with this, I will show you a really nice technique which we used on Decagon when we were working on Godfall, and it's something similar I used on my arches also. So that's one. And this is doubtful, like why what these bushes on top are doing here. But like if we say this one and this one is, so then we can say tree one, tree two, and you can make variation also. We can say okay, tree three, or we can make a smaller version of it, and tree four and tree five, just for have fun. Okay. And then you have it's also depend like which art style you want to. You want to go to stylized or go to for like or realistic. That also depend. But I would say like it's a little bit exaggerated is totally fine. And then for the grass, it's grass one and grass. This is grass two, and then you can have another variation of grass three. Okay, just as a filler for the start with. And the background is could be the background. You don't need to make them, so that the further one could be just the backdrop. It could be images made in there, or you can make actual mesh. And then you have rocks. So rock could be rock one, rock two, and rock 3, like 3 rocks just placed and rotated is fine. And then debris 1, and maybe if you need variation as debris 2. Okay, so debris is there. Yeah, good, good. So like if something around I will share a really good scan on sketchweb also if you in there. Okay, so this is basically all the assets you need in there. And this is the skybox. Basically you can use any, you can use Unreal's default, and this is the background, these one, BG. Okay, so no need to worry too much about it. And yeah, then there are stairs 1. Okay, so if you just make one mesh is fine. If you want to make another one, it's okay. And then there will be something here, right? So this is floor, right? Floor 1, and something to cover up there. But if you just stick to the camera angle also will be fine in there. But you can make it a little bit broad. Like imagine this one same as a wide angle, right? So this is good. Yeah, you have, if you want to add crows. Okay, so this is crow, and then you can play with it. And there are already crow available in medieval demo from Epic or a Quixel. There are crows available in there, so you can use those crows as well. So yeah, so this is basically in there. And then now talk about textures. Okay, so you can have one, this, two, three. This is the trim. Four. Let me change the color. Okay, one, two, three, um, four for rocky surface, five maybe, and six for floor here if you need. And yeah, the same could be here, six. Yeah, yeah. So for the by default, this is enough, I believe, to start with. But you need to model this specifically. And if you don't know, speed 3 is totally fine. Blender have free plugin as well. Okay. So yeah, so let me post it in here. Okay. Right, so see, so now I can go back to feedback, and now the feedback stays there. And someone asked that I always have an issue with judging the proportions when I'm looking at a 2D concept art translating into 3D software. Ashwin, yeah, this everybody have it like this. Sometimes it's a rough sketch, so it's difficult to find out the proportions. But in general is the same fight we have. That's where our job comes in. We have to translate the concept art best way possible into 3D. uh, you don't have to make it exact the same, just the best way possible in there. But if you have, you can ask in the chat, and we can on Wednesday maybe we can look at it. Okay, so yeah, so that's pretty much it. And the next time Wednesday I will show you, I will gather all the references, all the details and concept art, and then we will start with our thing. And meanwhile I will post the live stream of my village blockout thing, so that you can check it out and how did I block out the whole thing as well. Other than that, yeah, that's it. Like if anyone have any question, they can ask, and then we can go sleep and start doing awesome work from tomorrow. Is there this has been problem will be eventually going over sculpting system in Repo. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so there's a Jade asking in the there. Yeah, you can watch Q&A there. Everything is mentioned there. But yeah, okay. So if you guys don't have any more further questions, so I would say I'm looking forward to your awesome stuff. And if you're stuck somewhere in the blockout, you can still ask. If you're sure about how to do it, go post your blockouts in the in your threads. I will look forward to having the updates. I will also update my things in there. Okay, so my village in there, I maybe create another thread on academy name, and I post this church thing there. Okay, so yeah, thank you very much, guys, for joining here, and all the 20 people who are still watching. I really appreciate you guys joining in the first session. I hope to see more people as we move forward with these sessions, because that's the only point of motivation I have to, you know, keep doing this thing. Okay, so keep showing up. I will keep showing up. Okay, so thank you very much again for this. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.